What's up everybody, how's it going? I'm here to introduce a new Dota bot template to you. So, with this template, you will be able to make Dota bot modes, even if you don't have any coding experience. Now, let me show you how everything is done. We're gonna put together a quick little mode. I'm gonna take you through all of the features. And yeah, it's actually just sick. Like, I'm really happy with it. Now, I do want to say, it is not 100% done yet. Instead, we're still in the process of adding a few features, fixing up a few, like I just found a little bug, and also adding more documentation, meaning more explanations on how to best use stuff. But despite that, I am very comfortable releasing this because I actually think it's already in great shape and totally good to go. And yeah, anyway, now the first thing you will need before you can make a Dota bot mode is you need to go into your Steam, right? Like I've got it open right here. You want to go into properties. You'll get this little window. You want to go into DLC and you want to download the Workshop Tools DLC. This is the first thing you need. If you don't have this, you will not be able to do any of this. All right. But as soon as you you click that, it'll download something, and then you're good to go to create Dota bot modes or any other custom game you want. Honestly, you don't have to exclusively make Dota bots with the template, right? You can make a different custom game if you want. Doesn't bother me at all. But yeah. So anyway, you download that. I, of course, already got it downloaded. Then you just click play, and then Dota will give you the option to play Dota 2 or launch the Dota 2 tools. We're going to launch the tools. And that will look kind of like this. Right? If you watched the last tutorial, then you will already be familiar with a lot of this stuff. So here are the tools. Now, the first thing you want to do in the tools is not pay attention to the game modes I have in there. Don't pay attention to any of that. We want to go ahead and create a new add-on. What do we call it? Let's just call it the new. Let's just call it temp. I guess we call it template. Butter template. There we go. Fantastic. Great name. Great name. All right, this is our butter template. So now that we have created this, we actually pause because we got to do something else first. So you want to create that. Then you want to go to the link in the description, which will get you here. You can also just go on GitHub and search for Jochnickel and then the add-on template button. You will find it there, but I'm just going to link it down below. Now we're going to keep this all on GitHub because by keeping it on GitHub, we can continuously update it and make sure that everything is fine, everything is up to date, everything is working. If they release a new patch, all of that stuff. Meaning, whenever you download this, you will get the newest version. Now, you don't need to sign up to GitHub or anything like that to download this. Don't worry, if GitHub intimidates you, literally all I'm asking you to do on GitHub is click here and then download the zip. That's it. That's all I want you to do. Just download the zip. That's all you gotta do, okay? This is the button, all right? Click on clone or download, and then click on download zip. You can do that, even if GitHub may be a bit scary. So now, after you've done that, right, you will get this right here, right? This folder. This is what it is called. And then let me go ahead and dig it up. Here, this is the unzipped version. So let's open that. In here, you will find a bunch of folders. You will find content and game, and then readme.md. Now, in content, you will find Dota add-ons, add-on template bot, and then you will find these three folders. Now, these three folders are the ones we care about. Similarly, if we go into game, you want to go Dota add-ons, add-on template bot, and then get these three folders. Now, instead, what you can do is you can just copy-paste this into what I'm about to show you, right? So where you want to go is in your Steam library. All right, you got your Steam library, you go into Steam apps, you go into common, into Dota 2 beta, and then you already got it. You got content and game. So you could just copy and paste it in here, but you want to manage your files a little bit better than that, right? Like I think, at least that's me. I want to make sure everything is in its proper place. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go into content. We're going to go into Dota add-ons, and this is where we have all of our custom games that you please don't pay attention to. And then what we do is we find the custom game we just made, which is the butter template. And you can see there's already a bunch of stuff in this folder, right? So now what we do is we again go in here, into content, take all of three of these and just copy paste them in here. That's it. That's it. That's done. Now we go out. We have our game folder. right? We go out here too. We go all the way back until we are in Dota 2 beta again. And then there's the game folder. We click on the game folder, click on Dota add-ons. We scroll down until we find our Butter template. Perfect. So now we are in common, Dota 2 beta, game, Dota add-ons, Butter template, or whatever you called it. In here, we've got game, right? Click all the way through until we're here. Take all of this and copy and paste it in here. And then replace all of these files. That's it. You have the template installed. That's how easy it is. All right. So fantastic. We have made it past the biggest hurdle. that was the most difficult part by far. Like not even close. You can shut this down now. We don't need this anymore. Great. Fantastic. So next up, we want to have our workshop tools here. We have our Butter template and we launch the custom game tools. Cool. So this will now open up an instance of Dota. This will open up the tools. This takes a little bit. Don't worry about it. There we go. We've got our tools over there. In here, you want to build, you want to go into this right here. You want to click on the Dota remap. Right now, you don't strictly speaking have to do this, but I heavily recommend that you do this because you want to test your game. Right? Now we're going to do it just so that I can show you everything. After you click on here, this will open up Hammer. Great. This is going to take a little. Here we go. Fantastic. Now we're on Hammer. In here, you can see the Dota map. By the way, turn off fog so you can actually see it. So in here, you're going to see the Dota map. It looks like the Dota map, right? If you want to make modifications to the Dota map here, you can do that. Like you can just put some shit in the base. You just want to put some shit in the base? All right, let's make a shitty custom game really quick. Right, so we've got this, and then we can like race this for reasons. I don't know. Let's make it impossible to go out the mid. All right, fantastic. Great job, everybody. We did so well. Cool. Then you want to click this play button here. This will open up this window. Now, what's important about this window is if you made modifications to your map, click build, right? Click build. If you don't click build, the modifications you made to the map will not be saved and will not be actually put on the map. But you want to click, if you want to just click run, right, like that, and you didn't make any changes, then that's fine. So we're going to go ahead and just click build. This will take a second. Now, as I mentioned already, this template allows you to make Dota bot modes without any coding experience. But it's also built in a way that if you have coding experience, it will make making interesting Dota bot templates, Dota bot modes, a lot easier. Right? So let's go ahead and go into our Butter template right here. Now, we are currently in game. To be completely honest, we will never need content. Like, content is just a folder where we put the stuff in and then we disregard it. From that point on, we don't need it anymore. The game folder is where all of the magic happens, and specifically in the scripts folder. So now we are in scripts. In here, you've got two things. You've got NPC and vscripts. Now, NPC is where you will find all of the stuff like heroes, abilities, items, units, and the hero list as well, right? Like everything you need in that regard. Now, in here, you will find two types of documents, right? They're both text documents, but they're a little bit different. So you can see there's an abilities file here, and there's an NPC abilities custom file here. There's a heroes file, there's an NPC heroes custom file, there's a hero list, and there's an NPC, well, actually, that's just the hero list. We've got items, we've got NPC items custom, we've got units and NPC units custom, then items over, right? Don't worry about that right now. So what we want to do is, let's have a look at abilities, right? So in abilities, if we scroll down, you will find, okay, cool. Here is Anti-Mage with his Blink ability. And you can see here, there's ability cooldown 15, 12, 9, 6, right? We can modify the ability cooldown, all of that stuff. 1 second, really quick. Keep that in mind. You're going to jump into the game. So this is what the template kind of looks like once you have actually loaded into a match, right? We have, as you can see, we have our game settings here. They can still be modified in here. So, I mean, honestly speaking, let's be completely realistic here. This mostly exists so that when you guys do some stupid shit that ruins the mode because you make some multipliers super crazy, I can go in and kind of like adjust them and tweak them, and whoever's playing can adjust them and tweak them. right? But this works. You can just go in here and say, let's just go ahead and make a silly one, right? But let's say we want 90,000 experience per minute, and we want a max level of 60. Oh, wait, sorry. Just accidentally enabled the console. 69, perfect. So, and let's turn off banning. Now we're going to load into the game. And we pick a hero and all of that stuff, and then we will load into the map, and then you will see we can actually play, and all of those modifiers that we just applied will actually be in the game. Takes a second. Here we go. Gotta get past this prep phase, and now we can just select the hero. Fantastic. Oh, ow, it was random. Huh, I guess we don't select the hero. Yeah. Was still set on all random. So now we're in the game here. Alright, up here you can see our monstrosity. This horrible mistake we have made. That's what you can see here. Oh god, why did we do this? Alright. But hey, I have no regrets. Because it's a Pango jumping place. Why not? Hello everybody, here we are. And down we go. Oh man, that seems unhealthy, man. That's a big jump right here. Anyway. We're gonna wait briefly until the pre-game time is done. Jump, 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 jump. I don't know, I like doing this. It's kind of funny, isn't it? I don't know. But yeah, this is just the Dota map, right? And then you can see that these settings that we have just modified will be as we have modified them. It will be very apparent once we get the passive experience, which we only get after the timer is actually at 0. So, I guess we gotta keep jumping around the place. Which makes me happy. I like jumping around the place. Do you guys like jumping around the place? It feels good. It feels nice. Alright. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Look at our experience, right? Like it's ticking up like crazy. Alright, so we're getting a ton of experience, passive experience. I mean, we put it very high. So yeah, we're just kind of getting the experience that we said. Oh, is the face cam hiding the experience? Damn, that's maybe... Oh, you can see. I just leveled up. Where the hell am I leveling up from? Come on, guys. You know that I'm leveling up. You don't need me to change my face right now. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna remove my face. God damn it. Here we go. There you go. Now you can see. Now you can see. You happy? So we're ticking up like crazy. Alright. And if we click level up, we can level up 50. Now we level 54. Right, and if we level up 50 again, level up 50 again, now we level 69, which is max level. Alright, cool. Makes sense. I can come back. Fantastic. So those settings already worked. Now, here's the thing about the settings. Those settings will default to whatever you set them. And that's what we're going to do next. All right, we're going to go ahead and change those settings and make them so that they are what you want them to be. Fantastic. So we're going to go ahead and go back into the screen cap. Now, actually, you know what? Let's kind of leave this abilities things for a second. We'll get back to that. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to go into rescripts. And you will find these 5 things, which are really like the super important things. And then up here, you've got a bunch of example stuff. So if you want to make an ability, we included an example ability and how an ability can be made, right? This is if you want to learn how to code, if you want to learn how to, you know, like use Lua and all of that stuff. This is a great way to get started. And I thought it would be nice that for those people that are interested in that stuff, we have some examples. So we have an example ability here. We have, well, there's some old stuff. But for example, we have an example modifier. We have an example talent, right? So these things are in here just so you can look at them as a reference point. So we've got ourselves settings but and settings misc, which are our 2 big ones that we're looking for. So the first one is we can go in here and change all of those settings that we had at the start of the game, right? So we have the game title Dota 2 but, right? So we can say, okay, we would like this to be a different game name. What do we want to call it? We want to call it Dota 2, but I don't know. You can level to 69 normal. Haha. 69 is the sex number. Haha. Lol. 69, 69, 69. There we go. Fantastic. I'm so good at this. Great. Okay. Great job, me. Then we can say, do we want all random or do we want all pick? Right, so now we have all pick. Great. Right, we are no longer randoming. Do we want to allow same hero selection or do we not want to allow it? 0 is no, 1 is yes. So if we want to say 1, cool. Now we allow it. Do we want hero banning or do we not want it? I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. Right, we don't want any bots. Please don't turn this on. It doesn't work yet. All right. Or do we want the max level? Well, yes. I mean, that's the really most important thing about our game mode. Max level 69. Great. So then we have a bunch of other stuff like universal shop. You can just enable that. Do you want to have the cooldowns be lowered, right? Do you want the cooldowns to be 100% or do you want the cooldowns to be 1%? Do you want to gain additional gold per minute or not? By default, it's currently at 150, although I will ask Shokokicks to set these default values to be as close to normal Dota as possible, right? Like, well, actually, all of the default values will be changed to just be normal Dota in the future, right? So you will have to modify all of this yourself. Now, I do want to say, though, that as far as having additional gold gain or additional gold experience gain, a multiplier, 150% is a really good one. Makes the game feel nice and fast, makes it feel like a custom game, but doesn't make it snowball like crazy, right? So, naturally, we're going to just go ahead and put 69, 69 here. Great. Of course, we want also 69, 69 gold per minute. And we want 69% respawn time. 60% respawn time is also good, by the way. I feel like actually maybe like 70% might be better, but 60% is a good amount if you want faster respawns. I wouldn't really go much lower than that because then it becomes hard for the games to finish. So yeah. But as you can see here, right, like these are all of these settings that we've had earlier. Now we can adjust them and you can change them to your liking. And if you just save this file, right, like if we go in here and we save this file and then we go back into our hammer, right? And now we have already built the map once. We don't have to do that again. So we just click run. That will then load our new custom game with our new settings. And that takes a second. So we're just kind of waiting for that right now. But here we go. And now you can see that we are allowing the same hero. The game mode is all pig. Max level 69. Experience rate is 150%. Gold rate is 69%. Respawn time is 69%. Cooldown reduction is 69%. And up in the top left corner, you can see Dota 2, but you can level to 69. Lol, ma, haha, 69 is the sex number. Haha, lol, 69, 69, 69. Which is, of course, the best game mode. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. So now we just load in, right? And now we can actually select the hero. I'm just going to demonstrate once more that this actually works. Just, I don't know, it's not really necessary, but, you know, whatever. So, there we go. Now we are Underlord. Now we can play funner games than Dota. Alright, so we spawn in. And we kind of like need to, I think, does this work? Start game? Yeah, there we go. Now we are starting the game, force starting the game. And as you can see in the bottom right corner, our passive gold is just through the roof because we are getting 69 passive gold per minute. Right, so we're getting a lot of it. And yeah. Anyhow. Let's go ahead and go back in here because this is where really all of the magic is. Now let me go ahead and take you through some stuff that we have here because there's a lot of stuff in here, right? Like that's the thing about this. So we've got tombstones. What are tombstones? When you get killed, you leave a tombstone that allies can click on to resurrect you. Yeah, that's what this is. You can turn it on, you can turn it off, whichever one you prefer, right? Classic armor. This means we're using the old armor formula. This is really important if you want your game mode to go super nuts with how much armor or stats people have. All right, if you want to make Dota times 100, make sure to switch that. Make sure to make that 0. Make sure to make that 1, right? If you don't have that as 1, armor can go up to 100% physical resistance, but we give you the option of changing it. No uphill miss. Don't really need to say anything about that. Free courier. Great feature, right? Just a free courier at the start of the game. Nobody has to buy a courier, which is just better than normal Dota. passive experience. You get experience per minute. Then we've got these comeback timers here, which I'm going to be completely honest with you, no idea how that shit works. This is the kind of stuff like the shared gold percentage, shared experience percentage. This is what I meant when I said earlier that I want more documentation on how these things work. We're going to put this documentation on the GitHub. It will be made available. We hopefully will find explanations for it. I have an idea, like, I mean, shared gold percentage, shared experience percentage is kind of obvious how it works, right? But the comeback timer, comeback GPM, comeback experience per minute, this is the kind of stuff where we're gonna kind of like need some instructions from ShokuKicks how to best use it. Then, alternate winning conditions. So if you want your game to end in an alternate way, other than just destroying the ancient, you can change this. You just set that to 1, and now it is the game will automatically end at either 60 minutes or 100 kills. Cool, right? You can go down here and you can adjust how much experience people have. And then down here, this is the formula for how much experience is needed for past level 25. So if you want to modify that, you can modify that, but I wouldn't really recommend that. All right? So we're going to go ahead and... oh, what did I just do? No, that's bad. Let's not do that. All right, but cool. So we've got that. Now, we have settings misc.lua. Now, this one is also quite juicy. There's actually a lot of stuff in there that I didn't even ask for. ShokuKicks just went nuts on it. So, for example, you can deactivate First Blood. You can deactivate respawning. You can reduce the hero selection time.
Smiley face.
Hey, Jonathan, 369. Thank you. Oh, 69. Ha, you're playing the right game mode, my friend. Thank you very much for the 13 months, my dude. Appreciate it. Right, but you can change the hero kill selection time. You can hide the kill message headers. Like, there's all of this nonsense in here. You can change the post-game time. You can change the pre-game time, right? So right now it took us like 2 minutes to get a game started. Now it will, or like 2 minutes at the start of the game to like buy items, get into lanes and all of that stuff. Now it only takes 30 seconds. Rune respawn time, tree regrow time. It said use base gold bounty on heroes. Like it's just crazy how many features are available here, right? This right here hides other players' inventories, right? Like what this does is that always show player inventory. This makes it so that when you click on any other unit, it just shows your stats. You cannot check anybody else's stats anymore. You can disable announcers. You can have buyback disabled. You can change the camera distance, right? Let's go ahead and mess with this a little bit. Right, so we're going to go ahead and change the camera distance a bit. You can buyback cooldown, enable or disable it, right? Oh, well, you can customize it. There we go. That's custom buyback cooldown. Anyway, I'm not going to go through all of these because there's a lot of stuff here, and honestly, just look at it yourself. Kind of play with it a bit, right? Change them from true to false. This, by the way, in case you're not familiar with this right here is called a comment. So if I put these in front of something, those 2 lines, that means this code will be ignored. Okay, so this is how you comment something out. If you want, for example, this right here to be enabled, you just remove these 2 lines. And if you want to disable it again, right, if you want to remove it, then you do that. Right, but there's so much stuff here that you can adjust. You can even adjust the colors of the teams, right, if that's something you want to do. So that's cool. That's really, really cool. Also, we have a bunch of other stuff, right? We have start items, we have a so-called thinker, we have filters, right? Now, this is honestly a bit more advanced, and I'm not going to get into it right now. This is the stuff that we really need more documentation on, but if you're already familiar with coding, I am 100% confident you will be able to work with this. Like, this is basically code that allows you to do specific things that, you won't have to write yourself. And you can do stuff like having players start with specific items. You can do stuff like having certain messages printed at specific timers or making it so that specific events happen at specific timers. That's what the thinker does, right? So all of these features are in here, although these aren't necessarily for, like everybody. For these, you will actually need some coding knowledge. Although, again, I'm going to strive to get some documentation in that you can also use this. Just make sure to always check the GitHub. Hopefully, that will be there soon. Now, we have already changed a bunch of stuff about our game mode again. So let's go ahead and load in our game one more time. And then what we're going to do is we're going to actually change some heroes and some units, and then we are pretty much done. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's lock and start. Fantastic. And we just select somebody. I mean, this is just kind of how you gotta do things. You gotta kind of like just pick a hero. That isn't changing anytime soon, man. That's just what the life is. Alright, we got ourselves the Vengeful. Fantastic. Skip ahead. Now you can see we've got zoomed out the camera. You can see the time up here. Instead of being over a minute, it's now only 30 seconds. Right? You can see things are just kind of a little bit crazy. Right? Like, because we have changed the game mode. We've adjusted the game mode. Right? Now, if you are annoyed by the fog and all of that stuff, well, go onto the stuff and manipulate it. Fix it. Right? Like, the features are available to you. Change the values in such a way that you get the game mode you want to have. Now, let's go ahead and change some heroes. Alright? So, as I mentioned before, heroes and abilities are an NPC. Now, let's go in here and first change a hero and then change an ability. Those are the two things we're going to do. So, what do we want to do? Which hero do we want to change? Let's say we want to change Axe. Why not? Right? So here's our Axe. What we want to do now is you want to go in here, right, in the heroes.txt file, and you want to take everything from this point about Axe and copy it. Like copy, 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 scroll down here until you see Axe is done with, which is here. All right, until the next hero starts, you want to scroll down all of this and grab it. And then we just copy paste it. Fantastic. Now we want to go into NPC Heroes Custom. Great. Then you can see there's already a test hero in here. We don't need this. Instead, what you can do is you just take all of this and copy over it with your Axe. So now we have Axe in here and we've got our hero loaded in. Now here's the important thing. Anything in the heroes.txt file doesn't have any impact on the game. So if you change anything in the heroes.txt file, you will not actually impact your custom game. You need to copy stuff into your NPC's heroes custom.txt file for it to update. Why did we make it this way? Well, what this does is make it so that the game will actually automatically update with the Dota client, right? And all we have to do is we have to make sure that this right here, this file is regularly updated, but even if we miss it a little bit, it's not that big of a deal because all of the old custom games will still have their values updated accordingly. It's just something that will make the custom games or will make the bot modes have a lot more longevity, right? And it's also just cleaner. It will be better for you, trust me. So we've got our Axe here. We can make him bigger. Let's make the model scale 2. Why not? Right, and then we can attack range, we've got attack rate, like all of the values are there, right? Why don't we just give him a ton of movement speed? Why don't we just give him like 550 movement speed? It's gonna be a big, big Axe. And our turn rate, we're gonna go ahead and put that at 0.1. Fantastic. So now Axe has been modified. If we now load into the game, oh, I keep clicking on the wrong thing here. We load into the game. You will see that our Axe now has these new values that we gave him. Now, ideally, if you want to be super clean about how you do things, you actually delete everything except for the things you have changed, right? Since we only changed 3 values, we only changed the model scale, the movement speed, and the turn rate. Ideally, the way you would like to keep this is you want to kind of like get rid of all of this. Right? Get rid of all of this. We don't want any of that. This would be ideal. Although we do actually need another one of these fellas in here. Perfect. Alright, so this would be clean. You don't have to do it, but it would be better. Alright, like your game mode will still work if you don't do this, but you know, whatever. Anyway, so we've got our Axe here. Go ahead and pick this boy really quick, load in. And oh, look at him, he's big! I mean, we zoomed out really far, but he's still, like, quite visible. But his turn rate, oh no, guys, what did we do? Oh god, guys. Alright, well, we have a very slowly turning axe right here. This might be a little bit of a problem. Oh man, but he's big. He's a big boy, right? Like, I mean, like, look at him next to one of those trees. Alright, he's definitely holding up to them. Alright. But yeah, Axe is a big boy now. He's also really fast, which is nice because, you know, that way his animation actually looks kind of reasonable. And we picked up a ton of money. Because, you know, you get a... we enabled a crazy multiplier earlier, right? Anyway, so that worked, right? That worked. So, let's go ahead and go back in here. So we've got our Axe. Axe is modified. Now, let me go ahead and show you how you can modify all heroes' base values at once. For that, you want to go and you want to grab, where is it? NPC Dota Hero Base. Right? You want to take this and do the exact same thing you did with Axe. You copy this, right? And we're going to go and put it above Axe because it's clean. Right, here we go. Now it's above Axe. And now we can say, okay, we want everybody in the game to start with, how about we start with 2,000 health. Now, what that means is that any value that is kind of like universally used by every hero in the game that isn't overwritten by that specific hero will be updated. Now, every hero has 200 starting HP, meaning that every hero will now have 2,000 starting HP instead. Anyway, we will see that in a second when we do, when we show off an ability. So let's go ahead and take our NPC, where is it? Abilities custom. So we have abilities here, and we have NPC ability custom. You want to go in here, and you want to scroll down until Axe, right? Because we're going to modify Axe again. And then let's say we just take Berserker's Call. Fantastic. Now, you don't have to take all of Axe's abilities, right? We just want to take Axe's ability. There's, again, an example ability in here. You can just go ahead and replace this and put yours in. Fantastic. So we got Berserker's Call. Right, you can see this is all properly indented. So we clearly did this very clean. And now we can say, okay, we would like this radius to be 3,000. Just absolutely massive, right? Let's give him 300 bonus armor. And let's make this 20 seconds long at level 1. Then we save it. Right? And we can now go into our hammer again. Run. And now it's going to load. You know, I think you guys are used to this dance by now, right? That's just kind of how it works. It's not that complicated. It's really quite simple. Then we select our axe again after we wait this time here. I don't know. Maybe you can modify that time too. I didn't really check for it. It's not something that's usually relevant. You know, it's just like we've been jumping in and out a lot. So let's lock in axe. So now you can see Axe starts with 2,500 HP, right? And we have our Berserker's Call, which has a radius of 3,000. Really big, as you can see. Bonus armor 300, duration 20 seconds. So let's use it, right? And you can see this thing is just 18 seconds remaining. It now updated to be the way we wanted it to be. Cool. We have modified Axe. In exactly the same way, you can modify all units, all abilities, all talents. In terms of talents, now talents aren't actually called an ability or a talent in Dota. In the abilities.txt file, if you scroll all the way down, you can find ability special bonus, right? And that's what they are called. They're called special bonus unique bristleback, special bonus unique brewmaster 4, right? This is where you can modify the talents for abilities that are ability specific. All right. Cool. Great. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Units work the exact same way. I don't think we have to do it again. And that's the template. So have fun. Go forth, my children. Go forth. Make custom games. All right? No, like seriously, it's ready now. It's ready now. Can you change damage type? No, sadly, damage types are hard-coded into abilities. So to change the damage type of an ability, you need to actually completely rewrite the ability from scratch. which is something that this template doesn't do for you, right? Like, that would be a little bit silly if we were to recreate every single ability in the game. Anyway. Yeah, that's it. Again, the template will be further updated in the future. So, like, something like I saw, can you change jungle creep spawn time? That's the kind of stuff that maybe we can add in the future. I don't think that's in there right now. But for now, go forth. This template is great. There's a lot you can do with it, right? If you have experience coding, fantastic. You will be able to work with this very easily. If you don't have any experience coding, then this will be, like, will make it possible for you to make custom games too. All right, well, that's it. That's the tutorial. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.